I am really honored today to represent the 15,000 Hampshire alumni there are today, though I represent the first decade, which to you means before you were born. Nothing like feeling that old. So 40 years ago, I had accepted my admission ticket to Hampshire, and 36 years ago, I was where you were. But back in those days, there wasn't a black cap and gown to be seen. In fact, I walked across this stage, no tent, with my dog, Augie, who was actually better known on campus than I was. And I was barefoot, much to my mother's delight. You may wonder about this hood. Well, it's the first time I've worn it since I received it over 25 years ago, and my husband insisted. So it's my nod to tradition, no robe. So what can I tell you? What could I possibly have to offer you after how many years it's been? There are two things I want to say. The first is continue to be Hampshire students. And the second is welcome to the Div 4 community. So no, I don't suggest you stay on campus, but you will over the next several years understand in a new way just how valuable and special your time here has been. You may be just starting a job search, and this is the advice I give you. These amazing faculty, staff, and your fellow students have taught you life skills. They've taught you how to think and learn and problem solve. And you're going to find out how rare that is. Really. When you go for interviews, be bold. Show some Hampshire pride. Show them that we're a lot more than basket weavers and ultimate fanatics. Appreciate your whole Hampshire experience. You worked on the farm, you worked at admissions, use it. I graduated having focused on history and social movements. But while here, I spent nearly 2 years working as a staff person of Mixed Nuts Food Co-op. Yeah, a perfect name, I have to say, for a Hampshire co-op. Who knew that I would spend the next decade embedded in the consumer and worker co-op movement? Even met my husband there at a co-op. You just never know how the things that you've done here will impact your next step. I also never expected when I sat here in 1981 that I would end up with an MBA in finance. Did I take a single math class here? Heck no. I couldn't even get through Fred Weaver's economics class. But like many of my sister alums, we've taken on MBAs and law degrees and medical degrees, and we've put our Hampshire mark on all of them. Lawyers defending Black Lives Matter protesters, MDs practicing homeopathy in New York City, businesswomen employing progressive hiring policies around the world. Make your mark. Show some Hampshire pride. But as you go off and do all these things, stay connected. You spent the past year really working hard on a project uniquely yours, but this next stage, you don't have to go alone. Did I mention there are now 15,000 alumni all over the country and the world? When I graduated, there were maybe 2,000. No matter where you land, we are everywhere. Detroit, Tempe, Anchorage, Amsterdam. And I can say that all want to help you. Well, all, most. Hopefully you'll be able to give back financially. And with student loans and high tuition payments still fresh in your mind, I know it's not a very good time to mention it. But this school does need us. Hampshire College has always been a unique institution, and it must always be here for students like you and I who can make the most of it and who thrive here. Donating any amount today will help with the Graduate Gift Challenge, which I'm sure you've heard about. Hampshire can't survive without alumni support. But back to your new roles as alums. Then yes, you're now alumni. Woohoo! We have an amazing alumni, which is actually alumni office, now full of alumni themselves that really can help. They can help you make contacts. Join the online frog book, which can help you find people geographically or through your industry or interests. And we've just launched 3 alumni circles this past year in New York, San Francisco, and Boston, and there are more to come. Great ways to connect with Hampshire alumni all over. Sign up for our alumni Facebook group now. So whip out the phones, and I expect to see 300 new members asking to join tonight, or maybe by the end of commencement. It really is a great way to network. It's an overused phrase, but we really are waiting to hear from you and offer you support. You are an amazing group of individuals. Keep in touch. Congratulations.